Meghan Markle wrote a 2-page open letter to the United States Congress about paid family leave, a critical topic especially considering the effects the pandemic has had on parents, particularly women, in the workforce. Some criticized her for using her title, the Duchess of Sussex, in the document, and some suggested that she's only interested in gaining clout by capitalizing on a present topic. But this is one of those times that I think there can be only two options. Either her public relations firm seriously don't have a clue of what are they doing, or Meghan is simply not listening to them. Because there are three fundamental flaws in that letter, and in this video I'm going to analyze them one by one, and nope, it's not looking good. Welcome back, my Battle Language buddies. My name is Jesus Enrique Rosas. I'm the Battle Language guy, and it would be great if you join us by just liking this video, subscribing, and hitting that bell. Let's get down to it. There are a few accounts in Twitter and Instagram that have pointed out all the times that she has said the words I, or me, or us in that letter. But the frequency of referring to herself or her family I don't see as bad as the moments in which she does it. For example, it's really relevant that the very first word of this letter is the word I. Look closely at these two paragraphs, the way she opens her statement. I'm not an elected official and I'm not a politician. I am, like many, an engaged citizen and a parent. That's why I'm writing to you at this deeply important time as a mom to advocate for paid leave. This is the first paragraph, 3 lines, and she has used the word I 4 times. Because even if she says I'm not, she's referring to herself. Now take a look at how the second paragraph starts. Over the past 20 months, the pandemic has exposed long-existing fault lines in our communities. This is how the letter should have started, diving in right into the matter. That first paragraph pointed at herself 4 times. You know what it means, right? Please tell me I don't have to say it again. Just write it in the comments. To be fair, there are moments that she talks in the correct formal tone. No family should be faced with these decisions. No family should have to choose between earning a living and having the freedom to take care of their child. Beautiful sentence, very well structured. The only problem is that it came after this one. In June, my husband and I welcomed our second child. Like any parents, we were overjoyed. Like many parents, we were overwhelmed. Girl, you live in a 14 million mansion. You really want everyone to believe that the word overwhelmed applies to you when it's obvious you can hire all the help you need? That's brutally tone deaf. That's cruel. But when she mentions the Sizzler salad bar, that's when everything goes south. I grew up on the $4.99 salad bar at Sizzler. I knew how hard my parents worked to afford this because even at $5, eating out was something special and I felt lucky. In the next paragraph, she also states that she worked hard, but even saving was a luxury because usually it was about making ends meet and having enough to pay my rent and put gas in my car. I mean, using personal anecdotes is a great tool to be persuasive. It can work wonders, and I highly encourage it if you are absolutely sure of 2 things. 1, the story really happened, and 2, it doesn't contradict what you might have said in the past. And this last requirement can be a real pain in the ass if you have bad memory, because the making ends meet and struggle narrative doesn't go well with the schools that she went to. From age 2, she attended Hollywood Little Red Schoolhouse, where tuition this year goes from 20 to 27 grand, depending on the grade. Later, she went to Immaculate Heart High School, where tuition costs about 17 grand plus fees. And then she went to Northwestern University, where tuition costs more than 50 grand. This makes no sense. Why would you imply that you came from a struggling household when there's so many ways to prove that you're wrong? Including your own statements in prior interviews, such as the one from the Chicago Tribune. My earliest memories are of going to Mexico twice a year and Hawaii quite a few times. We never did conventional family trips like Disney World. Hawaii and Mexico were closer for us than going to Florida or the Caribbean. Or in the Destinations of the World magazine. My mother was a travel agent as I grew up, so we would go on many trips. Being in LA, Hawaii and parts of Mexico were the most accessible. I remember being 9 years old in Mexico going to the Day of the Dead festival and eating mole before mole was a cool thing to eat. Yes, she was 9 years old when her father Thomas, a very successful lighting director in Hollywood, won $750,000 in the lottery. And my biggest question is, how come I know that? How is it possible that I've got access to that information? Oh, of course, because it's literally public for all the world to see. This is baffling. Isn't she aware that every word she puts out is going to be scrutinized? Isn't she or her advisors aware that she's setting herself up to be called a hypocrite again? That's why it's ill-advised for someone that is talking in behalf of people struggling, try to pass herself as someone who has struggled, when her own words are going to contradict that. And then I get so many haters telling me, Jesus, all you do is bash Meghan every week. And I'm going to repeat it over and over again. It's not me. I'm not doing anything. It's her, by her own hand, or her own PR agency that is making it easy for everyone to call her a hypocrite. Mistakes are made, I catch them, and then point them out so you don't make them. It's that simple. And by the way, you can refine your observation skills with my 100 body language tips that you can download right in the description of this video. This has become a recurring pattern. Meghan constantly does things that hurt her message, and I'm starting to lose count of them. The 40 by 40 video, the Time Cover magazine, the New York City tour, and now this. She claims that she wants to do good, but time and time again, all that she manages is to stir the public opinion. And if that's her main goal, then she should cut corners and partner with Jeffree Star and launch a crypto market currency. That would be much easier for everyone. What you can learn from this is get used to ask yourself the question, are the person's actions focused on outcomes or just attention? And when we are talking of grandiose narcissists, this is sometimes hard to spot because they will do anything to make you think that they're working, taking action, doing something. But when you take a good look at what they do and your BS detector sets off an alarm, then it's a good idea to question their intentions. Because a grandiose narcissist can only go as far as the public keeps buying into their narrative. And this kind of narcissist can be everywhere. Politicians, teachers, community leaders, parents, influencers. So it's a really good idea learning to spot them. Some of them will go as far as testing how dumb are their loyal followers, engaging in outrageous and totally nonsensical activities. And you'll be surprised how common is this in politicians. And it's even more surprising when you see their followers just praising and defending them like a cult following. My recommendation is always the same. If you find yourself in that kind of situations, if you find yourself trapped or affected by the circle around a grandiose narcissist, or for that matter, any kind of narcissist, the best thing you can do is just leave. Because nothing is more important than your mental health and your well-being. Always remember that. If you want to support my channel and help me make more videos, all you have to do is like, subscribe, and hit that bell so you don't miss any of my body language analysis and tips. My name is Jesus Enrique Rosas, and I'll see you soon, my body language buddies.